Hello, my fellow creative people. So, the first thing that you need to know before you decide to add a project of any variety for anyone into your day is how you spend your day. I have found that I can manage two projects per day so long as they both only take 4 hours at a time. Now, when I start chucking other things in, like these videos, or the fact that I am also um, trying to revamp my website, then this all just mm, it goes away. And on a normal day, um, this is a very simplified graph of how my time actually works. I am not a Things don't work linearly for me. Um, Everything kind of happens in its time throughout the day, if that makes any sense. But I did try to put a little bit of effort into sorting out how much time I put toward what typically, like on a good day. So right now I have two jobs or two projects, if you want to look at it that way, since they both I give them each 4 hours a day. So that works out to 8 hours out of my day. Um, that could represent a full-time job for some people. I don't know. I'm lucky enough to work from home. I am blessed by that. But, I understand that, that could correlate for someone else if you're just looking at this. All right. So, the first thing that you need to know is you need to cut off 12 hours out of your 24 right away. Just get rid of them, because your body has needs. Your physical body and your mental health has needs, requirements that you cannot get out of. Whether it is sleep or food or a bathroom break, or maybe you go to the gym. If you have an outside the home job, you have to spend time getting ready. Uh, there are there are things that you need. Maybe you start feeling overwhelmed if you don't sit out and have a cup of coffee and listen to the birds, or if you don't have a long hot bath or shower or whatever. Whatever it is that your body requires in order to keep you running smoothly, that fits in that 12 hours. And I could argue that probably most people need a little bit more than that. Um, but we're going to be optimistic and say it's 12. So cut that right off the bat. Do not expect to interfere with that 12 hours in order to find time. Just don't. You will suffer for it. It will not be good. Um you will not appreciate yourself at all, and the odds of hitting burnout or some sort of physical or mental problem are are higher if you start trying to whittle out time from that 12 hours. Okay. So, keep in mind that although this kind of looks like a weird little smokestack, which wasn't my intention, but we'll run with it. I have 12 hours to work with. If I were to actually draw that in a more realistic form, it would look like a multicolored scribble for the most part, because not everything fits linearly in my day. Um, Now I do, with job number one, I am lucky enough. It's right here. Job number one is I'm lucky enough that how it works, I have chunks of time where I am not hands-on with it, and I tend to go and wash my dishes or vacuum or handle something in the random life stuff uh category, there, or the house stuff or random life things category during those, let's call them intermissions in my job where I am in a holding pattern. The same thing would apply if I were doing illustrations, because there's drying time with illustrations if I'm working with watercolors, and I use those pauses in the project in order to address other things. Now, job number 2, aside from interruptions from bodily needs or to hang up on spam callers, is pretty much sit down and do it. I don't always do 4 hours. Sometimes I do more, sometimes I do less. It really depends. But on average, I would say I spend 4 hours at job number 2. So that is an 8-hour day, work day. Now, I am left with 4 hours of everything else. That is the house, that is, cooking dinner, pulling stuff out of the freezer for tomorrow, um, all of that stuff. The random life things like calling my friends or family, chatting on social media, texting. I don't text, but, a lot of people do. Reading, whatever it is that comes into my day, that fits up in random life things. Now, if I am perfectly honest, yeah, I whittle into random life things in a massive way most days for work stuff. Like I said, I truly enjoy my job, both of them. I should probably set better limits on myself because burnout is a real thing. Burnout happens. And when it does, then you lose all productivity. So you don't want that to happen. But right now I'm not there. I will say that today, after I was done with job number 1, I did not do my normal go up to job number 2 situation, because part of my current random life things is updating my websites and also drawing this strange little graphic for you so that I could, and doing this video. I wanted to get to job number 2 and fit all of the everything in. It just did not happen. I had other things that took precedent. So by the time I had a minute, I opted to call website work and this graphic and this video job number 2 for today. That is not normal, but it's how it worked out. I will make up for doing that sometime probably this week. It may take a Saturday, but I just, like I said, work tends to spill over into lifetime for me. So, I'm trying to find a better balance. It just has not quite happened yet. But anyway, I thought that you should know that the very first thing that you should do is actually take a look at your life, at your daily life. See where your time is going. Because if you cannot carve out time for that project, then that project needs to wait. Now, if you are unwilling to carve out time from one of your hobbies in order to do it, that's something completely different. You have to make choices. Like today with, job number 2, I chose to, instead of going up to do paid work, I chose to work on my website and work on this, neither of which I get paid for. So, know where your time is going. Know when you can make changes and when you cannot. These are important things. Don't think that you have to give up your hobbies in order to fit something new in. But if you find yourself spending a lot of time doing things that you don't need to do, when you either want to make money off of freelance work or you want to finish that project that you've been dreaming of having done for years, it's the stuff that you don't need to do that has to be cut into first. You just may have to step back a little bit from it. Anyway, that's where we are. I will get into my daily schedule and how I manage deadlines another time. For now, pardon my very shaky camera work. I do not have a tripod right now, and I'm sort of holding this up and trading hands off and on. So if you got seasick, I'm sorry. And I will talk to you later.